If you want to see me use the Grind palette for the first time, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène with another video. As I mentioned in the teaser, we are going to be playing with the Grind palette today. This is going to be my first time doing a full eye look with the Grind palette. I did use one shadow yesterday, which is this first one that makes me think of the electric shadow in the Anastasia subculture. And I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing today. I have a very brown lip, and I'm thinking that I might want to use primarily these two colors down here. So we're going to call them color 10 and 11. And if you want to see the swatches for this palette, I will link that right here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just swatching something real quick here. So as I'm swatching these, it would be so easy. There's one, don't know if the swatch is going to show for you. There's the one that's pinkier. That's the one that makes me think of Sissy from the Jaclyn Hill palette, but no, that's just, no. I think I'm going to use those two colors I mentioned, and I'm going to put a NYX base on my lid in order to make this duochrome a little bit more poppy, because it's a very, it has a little bit of blue and it's primarily peach, and I would like for that kind of duochrome goodness to show a little bit more. So I think I'm going to start right away with that base, and no, I'm going to put this in the crease and then put the base and then put that shadow on. I'm going to do both eyes at the same time, but I will speed up when I'm doing my second eye. Hopefully that's been working for folks, and yeah, let's get going. And if you're wondering what is on my face right now as a base, everything I wear is in the description box below. On my eyes, I just have a little bit of Smashbox, matte exposure, and the rest is all sorts of different products, so take a look. If I had a NYX product, I did wear it today, so it's somewhere on here. Okay, I'm going to go with my fluffy brush. I'm not going to go with a whole lot of precision to begin with. It's the same brush I was using for my base, so just rub the excess and then we're good. Just watch me change my mind, right? I think I'm going to go with this one all over as a kind of a base before I go for this one. Let's just do that. Now, last palette I used from NYX, I found the color saturation very good. It's very, lots of pigment to the colors. So you don't have to use a ton to get some color payoff, which is super. I don't like powdery shadows that make you work over and over and over again. That drives me crazy. I have been waiting to get into this palette, like with bated breath. I really enjoyed the shadows in Ignite, but I was using it first because it was around Valentine's Day and I did a couple looks and included NYX products, but this is more my jam, this one is more my jam. Okay, a little bit down here. This shadow is very forgiving for a fluffy brush. I'm liking it. Okay, I will do the other eye and then we'll chat some more. Okay, I'm liking how this is looking, and ooh, I see that my face is kind of looking dry. I'm just going to put some setting spray on. I forgot that step this morning for some reason. I'm back. I usually do setting spray before filming because I find that it just kind of blends everything into the face, so that's good. Okay, I am now going to go in with that color that I was initially going to go into, but I'm going to change my crease brush. I'm going to go in with a little bit more precision with this guy. I hope you see it when I show a brush. I think sometimes it just doesn't the camera just doesn't catch it in time. And when that happens, I do apologize. I don't do it on purpose. Okay, so now this is kind of a, sort of a, between a rust and a cocoa brown. So this is shade 11, I guess, in the palette, if you go from left to right and count the palette down. It's the only color that's kind of that brown anyway. So it's not like we would mistake it for another. So just deepening up the crease. I'm going very lightly, and you can see how it's applying quite nicely, like really lightly. It does not take a lot of color, like I said before. So if you like the way the subculture applies, you probably will like this one too. It's less powdery, but it's still powdery. But that's how I like mattes. Mattes that are powdery blend like a dream. I love that. See how it seamlessly went into the other color? That's just so good. I have to take care of my eyebrows. Okay, I'm going to do the other side, and we'll talk some more. I'm just going to deepen up the brown a little bit. I just don't think there's enough in the crease, so I will take one more go at it. Nothing special, just going back and forth. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit more of that brown on, yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more of that brown on the outer edge and into the outer lid. I was just for a moment debating going with this one, but I think it's too much. I'm going to keep with this one so that it doesn't overpower this shade right there. So I'm going to go with my angled brush, this guy. And I'm also going to go down and bring it down to the lower lash line. Oops, sorry. I have to be careful with the compact because it messes with the focus. I can learn, it just takes me a few videos. I like the color, so I'm going just in further. Okay, that is it for that eye. I'm going to replicate that on the other eye. I'm trying out tapping motions on the bottom. I don't know if you've noticed that as being a change from how I usually do shadow, but I am trying to reduce the fallout that goes onto my cheeks, and the lower lash line is a bad one for fallout, so I'm just trying stuff. I don't like the kind of weird discoloration that I'm getting, like a different color. It's not discoloration, just a different color. So I'm going to sweep that kind of mustardy yellow up into the brows. And for that purpose, I'm going to go back to my fluffy brush. Now, I've said this before, if your eyes are close set, you may not want to do that. But at the same time, there are no rules. If you just you don't want to accentuate how close your eyes are together, then you may not want to do that. I don't like people telling me what I should and should not do with makeup, so I don't want to start doing that. To each his own. But I do like recommendations. So that's a recommendation if you don't want your eyes to look too close together. Okay, so there we go. I'm liking this, really liking this. Okay, before I mess with the lid, let's do the brow bone. I'm going to use the same brush I used for electric yesterday. It's just a big, kind of big fluffy brush, not a huge amount of precision, but going into what looks like electric. I think I just called it electric, but it looks like electric. I'm going to go right on the brow bone. That's looking really nice, right? Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use a NYX pencil to do a base on from my inner lid to center lid, just past the center lid, on both eyes. And then we are going to go in with this color. Okay, so I'm looking at my NYX pencils, jumbo pencils, and I think I have two contenders here. Yeah, I don't want to go too light. So I've got, this one is Iced Mocha. It's very much in there. Iced Mocha. And I'll show you the swatches. And this one is Yogurt. I think Yogurt is going to be the winner, but let's just take a look at them. And I also want to put the shadow on my hand over the base to see what it's going to look like on my eye. So these are the two bases as is. The Yogurt is the pale one and Iced Mocha is the more brown one. And let's put this, what is it, 10th shade that has the duochrome over the two bases and see what it looks like. Oh, totally, totally Iced Mocha. Okay. Let me show you. So you still see the base. This is Yogurt and this is Iced Mocha. And look at how Iced Mocha brings out the blue more than on Yogurt, I think anyway. And I believe that, yeah. Well, I guess it depends what you're looking for. I think the deeper one is going to look better. But if you're looking for a softer look, this base would be okay. But I have had grunge and envy for about a week. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the darker one. It's always nice to try out the bases first because we can think something's going to have a certain look and be completely wrong. All right, let's put this on. I will just take that Grind Palette again and work with that for the mirror. And I'm just basically painting the crayon on, going right into the crease to make sure that there's enough of the color that's going to be showing from that base. There we go. Make it relatively straight. As I make faces, because I always make faces when I do bases. Okay, and we'll put the shadow onto the base, and then if it went too far over, we'll just put more of that kind of rusty cocoa color back onto more of the lid. That's all we need to do. Now, to pack the shadow on, I am going to use my fingers straight up because it just has a better effect, and that way we don't waste our time. Okay, that blends beautifully into the rest of the brown. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's do, to show you the two eyes so you can see the difference, and let's go and do the other eye now. Okay, I really like it. Really, really like it. Now to figure out what we do with the rest of the eye. I think I want to brighten up the inner corner, but I don't want to use anything in this palette, and I think I'm going to use an Urban Decay pencil. I'm going to swatch two of them. I'm going to swatch Space Dust and Starfire, and we'll see which one seems to be best. Space Dust makes me think of electric, and Starfire makes me think of the color scheme for today. So there they are, the two. I think I'm going to use both. I didn't expect that. Okay, so I'm going to use the Starfire closest to my eye, and then use the Space Dust just outside of that. We'll see how that goes. I'll start with one, and if it's enough, I might stop there. I like it so much, I'm going to use it on my lower waterline too. Yeah, I think this is enough. I won't use the other one, but definitely I know that the other one would have been a very nice match as well, because it just kind of ties in with the brow bone and all. But I really like this look. My lip color seems to work with it too. So I won't change any of that. I do, however, want to do liner and lashes to kind of show you a final look. And yeah, so let me do that, and then I'll tell you what I used. Okay, I am back, and I have the finished look. I really like it. I used the Sephora, I think the Classic line, yeah, Classic line felt liner, and I think it's been discontinued, but I like the really long pointy end. And I used the Lancôme Cils Booster XL, and then I used the Définicils Noir by Lancôme. Both of these are by Lancôme. And then I also used the Skinny from Annabelle for the lower lashes. I do believe this is a Canadian brand. So yes, that is what I have on my face, and I just did a little quick setting spray to finish it up again, and yeah, I am pretty happy with this. As a first impression of the Grind palette, I'm really happy. I do intend to do some edgier looks with this palette as well. I have a multi-hour work engagement this afternoon and evening, so it was not conducive to, you know, like a crazy grungy look, but I think this is good. I'll just tone down the lipstick when I'm going to work, and yeah, it should go over well. So I'm looking in the viewfinder. I'm so happy with how it turned out. So I hope you enjoyed this first impression with the NYX Grind palette. If you have some requests for the various shades, let me show it to you right side up so you can give me an idea. So this would be shade number 1 to 4, 5 to 8, 9 to 12. If there are certain shades that you want me to use next, I will go with majority wins, and the earlier comments as well, if at all possible. I'll probably be doing another look in a few days, maybe a get ready with me, or you'll see a look in a video and then you'll be able to see exactly which shades I used. That's it for now. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and in the meantime, take care.